Hello everyone, I'm Dr. J.K. Jones, and I messed this up already. Alright, just ignore that and start. So, we've been busy here at Rabbit for a while, haven't made a few videos in a while, but we've got some nice lobby games for you guys today, and we hope you enjoy this. So, here we are, a match of Storms versus Soys. So, this is on the map Disco Bloodbath. If you guys don't know about this, it was a ladder map from a while ago. There's a Ewok thing in the center, and GLHF is already called, and we're starting off with a standard hatchery first from Storm. And here we are, and from Soys, an unorthodox standard build. Normally, you would see them build, or Terrans in general, build supply depots there and there, in a barracks in between. But this 3 supply... I'm starting to wonder about this. 3 supply depots is generally not a way you want to open up, because you could just take banelings and blow up the supply block your opponent, then run in Zerglings, but... Okay, barracks. I was worried it was going to be a command center next. If it was a command center, let's say Storm had built a proxy hatch right here, or right there or something. I could have just ran in guys there, but okay, second barracks. Maybe this will be an aggressive opener, and just maybe Soys isn't the best at macro, so we're going to start off with these, so that way you just have plenty of supply, don't need to worry about supply blocks for a while. Just building up a refinery. That implies maybe we're going for, like, Marauders, Ghosts, I don't know. Ghosts are always good against Zerg in the late game. And just normal stuff from Storm here. Spawning pool, Queen, more drones, 2 gases, yeah. Wait. I'm not sure if 2 gases is normal, but yeah, okay. Is this an SCV scout? SCV that's building proxies? I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe that SCV is just running around to solve these Rubik's Cubes or something. Okay, this looks like a proxy SCV. Maybe? Maybe not. Going in to see what Storm's got. Storm, currently, no vision. This is the only thing he knows about the opponent. They've got 1 SCV with 1 mineral. Nice scouting here. Okay, the Queen's coming to deny it. But, wait, no? What? Okay, so right now...
They're hitting our SCVs?
Not the second, or everything but the second gas is known. And the SCV stays alive. Wow. Hero SCV over here. Alright, so back at home, just more Marines for Cruyff. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. 7 Marines here, 2 more coming up. Starting up an engineering bay. I mean, okay, there's not much economy here. Another base would have been nice like a minute ago. I'm no Terran expert, but I just know more bases is better than less bases as time goes on. Just as a general rule. Okay, Ling speed is about to finish. So these guys will just sprout wings and become fleas? I don't know. They always look like fleas to me, yeah. Still, Storm has absolutely no idea what's going on. Could be like a proxy starports over here or something. But no idea, okay. Starting up a reactor. So right now, not that much gas mining going on, I think. Okay, 4 CVs, I guess. And dropping mules, that's good. Mules are always a good use of energy. Especially if you're just going for Marines. Each mule can, like, if you just let it mine on its own and don't micro it or something, they can pay for 6 Marines. And the best part is they're free. Well, I mean, it costs energy. Okay. Loading up an Overlord full of Banelings. Do the Banelings have speed? Right. It's starting, okay. And I think Overlord speed is done. Yeah. So let's see how much damage this does. A sensor tower is coming up, so it shouldn't come up unscouted, but here we go. This could be cool. I've always been interested in Baneling drops. I mean, when I see Zerg players play, at the pro level at least, I rarely ever see dropper lords, so it would be neat if they're like Ravagers being dropped and raining corrosive biles. I don't know if that's considered good, but it would be cool at least. And Baneling drops have always seemed cool. Okay. Nydus Network and Roach Warren coming up for Storm. A little bit late on the Roach Warren, and the Overlord just gets denied. Okay, going back in. Maybe it really likes the taste of the Marine rounds. I don't know. I feel like the Overlord kinda has to go in, because if it's staying here, this is like, you're the best batter on your baseball team, but you just don't want to miss the ball. So you just don't hit at all. So you're like, well, if I don't miss it, I'm not going to get yelled at by my dad for it or something. I don't know. I don't play baseball. So you just sit there, not swinging. I mean, that's kind of what it is. But, okay, now it's going in, but no reaction whatsoever, even though this is clearly scouted. Okay, Banelings drops 2 of 4 SCVs. Not bad, but no, that is bad. Pretty bad trading, actually, if you look at this. Because it's 100 more gas, and gas is typically pretty good. And I mean, yeah, so big army coming up here. So if you look at this right now, this is pretty much a 2-base all-in from both of them, but it's not coming across that way. If you don't know what a 2-base all-in is, I'm just going to pause the game really quick. It's like where you only build 2 bases. Then you just build a ton of units and don't try to build another base. You just build units and attack each other. And I'm trying to think of how I can put this, because oftentimes people don't understand. I could like use a StarCraft analogy, but if you don't understand a 2-base all-in, you probably won't. So, okay, let's use lumberjacks for an example. So you've got a town full of lumberjacks and another town full of lumberjacks, and they hate each other. And so you could spend your time sending your lumberjacks out into the forest to chop down trees and get resources, which would be the same as like building more bases. Or you could use the wood they've already gathered to give them bigger axes to go chop up the other lumberjack town. But right now, what it's looking like is Cruyff over here is like, you know what? We've got the bigger axes, but we're not gonna use them. We're just gonna let our lumberjacks stare at them. So quite a lot of resources here from Storm. At least Cruyff is macroing pretty decently. I mean, you could just build more Marines and stuff, which would be good. And you should ideally fill up the mineral lines at both bases if you're doing a 2-base all-in. Instead of, wait, 7 mining workers? Okay. But ideally, you just want to mine a lot. And then, or not mine a lot, you want to get good mining, and then just attack your opponent non-stop and hopefully win. The point of a 2-base all-in is to deal as much damage as you can really quick and hopefully win from there. If you don't win, you can put your opponent at such a disadvantage you win. But a lot of times people just sit back and do nothing. And that's what it's looking like right now. But at least Banelings are coming up. So it could be like a Baneling bust into that wall, or they're being loaded into a Nydus worm. Okay. That Overlord is turning into an Overseer. So let's see what happens. Anyway, I just hope these lumberjacks stop looking at the new axes and start using them on each other soon. I know it's a weird metaphor. I don't know. If anybody has any better way of describing a 2-base all-in, I'm all ears. Okay, so more mules being dropped. Nice. Okay, turrets. I mean, you could just camp over one. You could also just drop a Nydus worm. Okay. Pulling a ton of workers just to pull them back. Okay. I mean, that's one way of dealing with it, and just leaving the one there idle. I'm surprised no missile turrets have been selected to try to shoot at him. Okay, so Marines, and yeah, just get that one SCV, or don't. Use one. And, oh, I think that's just an Overlord sacrifice to show people in marching units across the map instead of using the Nydus network. There's just one SCV there. It's all fine. Okay, is this gonna burn down? I'm betting yes. Let's find out. We'll keep it up here so we can find out. Okay, so the SCVs are just idle. This is looking like a storm's win. So, Overseer just camping in here. If we look at Cruyff's vision, you can see he knows the units are there. But maybe he doesn't know. Okay. Marine just chilling. Walking around. Okay. Oh, the tank did a little bit of splash to the command center. Not ideal. You'd want to use the unsieged one. At least the changeling was spotted. So Storms knows this is going to be a win from here on out. So, yep. Good game. So, Storms, although me and him both have the Master League border, if you haven't heard us talk about this before, it's due to a glitch. So, we're both in Silver League. I don't play on the ladder that often, and Storms is like ranking up in Silver League, and it's looking like he's gonna hit Gold and Platinum soon. But yeah, so it's even match. Don't worry that it's a Gold player against a Master League player. It's more like a Gold versus Silver, which is normal. Alright, so right off the bat, a more standard supply depot placement. Another quick hatchery. If you have not seen this map before, it was one of the maps that did really well in the Team Liquid map contest recently. It's called Moondance, and it's a really beautiful map. And there are like line of sight blockers, pocket expansions over here, and just beautifully done. Lots of nice foliage over here. And Blizzard recently announced that they are going to update the ladder maps soon, so maybe this will be one of them. It always makes me think of the Ihonri Protoss, because the stone stuff. Not much action going on here from Storm. Spawning pool. Just normal barracks. Poor little SCVs just idling over there. Or not. Okay. Command center, not bad. Just more workers, yeah. You ideally want to go for a refinery, yeah. And an orbital command would be a great idea, actually. Or, I mean, SCVs really, I mean, it's good to just cut them off so you can build an orbital command, but when you keep building SCVs versus an orbital command, it's a bad idea because they can be used for dropping mules, which more than make up for that lost time. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So just more Marines are always a good idea to stay safe at the start of the game. That's 2 Marines versus 4 Zerglings. Or are those Queens being counted towards? Huh. Yeah, probably. Right, so Overlord just scouting the spot here. I mean, okay. Another barracks coming up. No add-ons yet, either. Should be easily. Yeah, there we go. Reactor just lets you make more Marines, or Reapers too. But I would like to see some tech labs actually, because tech labs let you build stim pack and combat shield, which make your Marines really, really strong, and it also lets you build concussive shells for your Marauders, which make them good. Okay, factory. Great idea. So right now, it's looking... Oh. Late GLHF. Yeah. So, as I was saying, it's looking good for Eco Wave over here. And I'm not saying Storms is looking bad over here, but yeah, Baneling Nest. Nice. Always good against Bio. A lot of queens, but no injects being used. Okay. Creep spread queens are always nice. Would like to see a third base here for Storms, if I'm not crazy. Third base sometime soon for Eco Wave. But by third base I didn't mean second and a half base, because this is like half as much minerals as you normally would get from a big field and only one gas geyser. It's like I would have preferred this, for example, or this. So if Eco Wave ends up taking like this base or this way base, it would be really good because Storms has taken a low eco base. Maybe it's a macro hatchery or something like that. I don't know. Okay. Here we have a move out. So it's like a 2-base all-in, but again, the Lumberjacks didn't get the new weapons. They're trying to take advantage of the other Lumberjacks being out in the forest, but no new weapons, but okay. So, Overlord, nice. Forcing Storm into a supply block. Good idea. Still no real creep spread or injects. So the Marines are just gonna get massacred when they're unupgraded spreads. Yeah. Again, Stimpack and Combat Shield. Combat Shield is often forgotten, but it's like the best upgrade there is for Marines. Okay, so not looking too good for Eco Wave now. Okay, tank siege now. Nice. Most people don't know when a tank is sieged, you can just pull all your units right next to the tank and it can't attack unless it unsieges. It's like I've seen people with Hydralisks just shooting at it. If it's like 10 Hydralisks versus a siege, you can just pull them and take less damage. Okay. Not at all concerning in any way. Wait, can you just collapse there? Wait, is Zerk blood black? I always thought it was red. Huh. Is their structures up? Okay. Unsieged tank. Cool. Just free guys, okay. Not looking too good right here. Nice trick would be to like siege it there while the roaches come through and then get vision with the Marines. Okay, so just sacrificial Marine. Oh. Got rejected. Oh, yeah, there we go. Poor guy. Poor Jimmy. Alright, the tank's being healed back up. The roaches realize, wait a second. This might not be the best idea. Liberator coming up. Always great to see Liberators. They are good at harassment. They're good at dealing with a bunch of other units, typically. Really good. Okay, 2 command centers. Looking like expansion time, but would have preferred to see more army, because if you look at this, Storms is over in Eco Wave's base. That's non-ideal spot for a tank to siege up, especially when it deals splash damage to these combats. Okay. It's always good to respect the Liberators. If you just march into their zone, your guys will be not too happy about that. Sieging them up on ramps, always a good idea too. Okay. It's looking like a harassment Liberator. Okay, let's count how many drones go down. Okay, going into the main base. At about this time, the main base starts to mine out a bit. At 15 minutes, it's about done, but it would be better to go for the second base at this time. Or third base, okay. But no drones being pulled. I mean, you can attack Overlords, yeah, but wait, GG now? Let's see. Yeah. So, the Marines are just getting gobbled over here. And the Liberator is going to get chased down by that Queen. And, I mean, thinking about this logically, way more workers for Eco Wave here. If Storm doesn't move out, he's in an okay spot. Not great, but if he can get his economy up and running and morph these to orbital commands and drop mules, it should be okay. But with upgrades coming up, I mean, he can't see them, but the upgrades would definitely help Storms. They're both speed upgrades, so yeah, I think GGing out was actually the right call. I feel like the Liberator could have gotten a bit more work done than dealing splash to a few Overlords. Because, I mean, that's intimidating and all, but... Wait, what? Why is this one green with 135 and the other one is orange? Huh. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this rabbit production or whatnot. Thank you for watching.